21-year-old Jamie Langley lives a dull, predictable life in a quiet cul-de-sac in an American suburbia. He works nights as a gas station attendant, writes short stories that no one reads, and watches his neighborhood through his bedroom window. One day, a black car and a moving van pulls up, and a middle-aged woman moves into the abandoned house next door. Evelyn LeClaire is beautiful, enigmatic, and clearly out of place in the suburban sprawl. She's in her 40s but ageless, with an air of vintage grace, glamour, and sadness. Jamie becomes obsessed, first with watching her, then with casual encounters in the yard, until she finally invites him over for wine. Jamie falls deeply for Evelyn, who remains aloof but intrigued by his youth and loneliness. One stormy night, she saves him from a mugging, revealing her strength and sharp teeth. She confesses she's a vampire and she's lived for centuries. He's horrified and yet somehow entranced. Evelyn offers him a dark choice: forget her or join her in eternal night. After a night of reflection, Jamie chooses her. The transformation is brutal yet somehow euphoric and ecstatic. The bond between them deepens and they become lovers. Jamie struggles with his hunger, but Evelyn teaches him to feed cleanly. At first, anyhow. Soon, the thrill of the hunt becomes addictive. They start targeting predators and criminals, convincing themselves they're purging the world. They begin traveling at night, feeding with growing boldness and creativity. Bodies pile up across counties. They revel in the blood and the power in their love. Evelyn, freed from decades of restraint, is more alive than ever. A string of disappearances draws national attention. A reclusive vampire hunter named Marcus Kane begins to suspect what's happening. He recognizes Evelyn's pattern from the past and begins tracking them. Kane sets bait using online news and social media, drawing the pair to a perfect victim. Evelyn is wounded in the ambush. Jamie, desperate and enraged, turns increasingly feral. They go into hiding. Evelyn begins to weaken, an old wound festering. Jamie is torn between protecting her and continuing their spree alone. Kane closes in. Kane confronts them in their lair. A violent, tragic fight ensues. Evelyn sacrifices herself to save Jamie. Jamie kills Kane, but the cost is everything. Jamie escapes, alone now, transformed beyond the boy who once watched the world from his window. He writes their story in blood and memory, knowing the world will hunt him next.